John Razimus here. No, I'm not Christmas shopping. I just want to show a book, John Titor book. It's brand new. It's called Who Authored the John Titor Legend? It was released on the 1st of December of this year. I'm not selling this book. This is not an advertisement. Trust me, this is related to Hoax Hunter. I, in no way, shape, or form wrote this book. I in no way, shape, or form knowingly contributed to this book. But the author, his name is Mike Sauve, or Sauve. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Mike Sauve, who authored the John Titor Legend, an investigation into the origins of the John Titor time travel posts. The reason I'm showing this is because, this doesn't happen too often that someone writes a book on John Titor and an entire chapter is dedicated to you. I mean, I think it's pretty cool that he put me on page 121, as in 1.21 gigawatts. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty, I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that's, I'm a huge Back to the Future fan. But I have not purchased this book yet. I probably will, because as a reference, I mean, for a job interview, I'll say, they'll say, "Who are you?" I'll say, "I don't know. Let me open up this book and turn to page 121. Let me." Anyway, I talked with the author. He said he didn't diss me in the book, so that's one of the reasons I'm making this video. I'm glad he didn't diss me. Actually, I did get a heads up that this book was being made a long time ago. Didn't know he would come out, but here it is. And not only am I on page 121 with my own chapter, Hoax Hunter, but, and I don't know if I can get a sneak preview. Let's check out the sneak preview, see if I can get to the anything that mentions me. Ah, man. See, the preview did show me on the first day, on December 1st, but it looks like it has been reduced. But let's take a look at the chapter headings real quick after we check out the description. The description mentions me, and that's another reason why I'm talking about it. The Hoax Hunter. So in this book, I'm only referenced as the Hoax Hunter. It never says John Razimus, and that's too bad. But my real name is John Houston. I prefer to go on YouTube as John Razimus. Let's read the description. In the year 2000, a man calling himself John Titor introduced himself to the internet as a time traveler from the year 2036. He weaved a rich tale of being sent back to 1975 to retrieve an IBM 5100 computer. Those who interacted with John were impressed by the depth and apparent realism of his story. In the years that followed, select details would emerge to help further legitimize John Titor. The question of whether or not John Titor was a real time traveler remains the subject of contentious debate. The book sets that question aside to examine several figures who may be responsible for the posts. Among the principal suspects are entertainment lawyer Larry Haber and alt-reality gaming pioneer, the dude who said on LinkedIn, "I'm John Titor, I did it as an art project." Sorry, but that guy is full of crud. But let's continue. Key players involved in the John Titor phenomenon who are not suspected of authoring the story are also profiled. These include a PhD who filed a patent based on John Titor's time machine schematics, an internet sleuth called the Hoax Hunter who has worked to debunk the story, and even Art Bell, the legendary late-night radio host who received several faxes from John Titor. So that's pretty cool. I'm called the internet sleuth. Okay. Yeah, I'm quoted in the book, obviously on my chapter, but Mike Sauve said I'm actually mentioned throughout the book. So I'm mentioned throughout the book, and I'm sure my videos definitely helped him to reference some of the information. I do plan on making videos on different key players as well, to be honest. He says bit players. I don't know if I'm a bit player. His suspects. Let's take a look at his suspects real quick. Larry Haber. An interview with Larry Haber. All right, 2 chapters for Larry. Richard and Maury Haber. Okay, 1 chapter for those two. The D-bag that said on LinkedIn, "I'm John Titor. I did it as an art project." Sorry, I apologize, but I really can't give this guy any respect because he's a liar. He's a full-blown fraud, and there's no way, shape, or form that he ever had any involvement in the John Titor story, the origin of it anyway. He's not the author. He's not part of anything in any way, shape, or form. If he can prove he is, then how about he also proves he invented Bitcoin by sending himself $1 billion worth of Bitcoin? He can't do it, all right? The fact is, if you can't do it, coming out and saying you can do it means nothing. All right, let's see. This guy gets 2 chapters. Jeez Louise. So that's my only gripe of this book. This guy gets 2 chapters. But Temporal Recon, an interview with Temporal Recon, Oliver Williams, the guy who runs JohnTitor.com. Anyway, here's the book. It's called Who Authored the John Titor Legend? I probably will pick up a copy just for archive purposes. You never know. I like the cover. Looks like he has a stylized version of one of John Titor's schematics. Anyway, let's take a look at the reviews. All right. So, we got 3 reviews, and all of them are great. So, check out this book and tell me about it. Give me a review. Tell me what you think about it, because I have in no way, shape, or form have anything to do with this book other than my name is in here as Hoax Hunter, as the Hoax Hunter. So let's take a look at the product details of this book. 150 pages, 20,930 in books, religion and spirituality, New Age and spirituality. No. I'm sorry, but John Titor is not a book that has anything to do with spirituality. Some guy attacked me on Twitter when I called John Titor a troll. I might as well have offended his deity. He might as well worshipped John Titor as a god. Intelligent troll, yes, but troll nonetheless. But this guy who, I don't have a screenshot, but he was over the top aggressive to the point where he hated my guts because I destroyed his fantasy that John Titor is a time traveler. And I'm going to talk about that in a separate video because I understand a lot of people have the fantasy that John Titor is a super G.I. Joe time traveler, and I understand why people think that way, why they want that to be true. Well, that guy's gonna be pretty ticked off at my video I release on December 31st, because in that video, not only do I prove who John Titor is, backed up by evidence, but I also prove that he was an internet troll. This is literally the best proof you will ever see in your lifetime, excepting anything that results from the video directly from John Titor himself. Short of anything that sprouts from my video, this is the best evidence you will ever see in your lifetime, or ever hear, or ever read about. This evidence, I'm going to post it in a video and on a blog. Look at it yourself, but please don't steal my research. I'm sure people will possibly write books on my final video. Don't plagiarize me. This guy didn't plagiarize me. He had his own theories, and he had his own thesis. He went to different people that I didn't go to. But I have a main thesis, if you will, or I did. It's beyond that now. It's in the realm of I know who John Titor is. I have the proof. I also have the proof that the people who know John Titor know that it was just a joke. But saying it is one thing and proving it is another. You will see the proof on December 31st. But let's check this out. Number 880 in books. Religion and spirituality, occult and paranormal, unexplained mysteries. The John Titor story, the John Titor case, the John Titor mystery will no longer be a mystery. If I write a book, it won't be in the unexplained mysteries section. It will be in the solved mysteries section, because I have solved the case. I'm 100% confident in this information. A lot of people think I'm joking or I'm a joker. Yeah, I'm a joker that spends 12 years researching something. Ha 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 ha. I don't think so. But I like the fact that it's in the occult section because, let's face it, John Titor is, to a certain extent, in the occult. Because the people who created it have never come forward. Anyone who has come forward and said, I'm John Titor, is a fraud. Unless they were using it as a strategy to try to lure the real John Titor to stand up and say, oh no, that's not him, it's me, but no, never mind, I'll stay back. And he hasn't come forward. He hides in the shadows, and he keeps his secret very tight-lipped, very discreet. He doesn't tell anybody, except for possibly, you're going to have to find out on December 31st, the final unexplained mystery will become an explained mystery. John Titor will be fully exposed on December 31st. I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus with Hoax Hunter. Be seeing you.